You're all dressed up with no place to go. Well, guess what? Whether it's this weekend where you're bundled up or any weekend, I'm joined by Edwin Bartlett, who's going to show us a quick and easy way to find out what's happening around the state of Connecticut, not just now, but at any given time. You have a website that people can go to, and it's kind of a centralized clearinghouse of information about what to do in Connecticut.
Yeah, Ctalkaboutcom focuses on the fun things going on in Connecticut. I think too much time is spent on negative things and people bashing each other. So I like to focus on the positive. Currently on the website, I have over 10,000 event listings already. Haven't even touched the summer.
Wow. So yeah. Between now and summer, 10,000 events?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of ongoing recurrent events. So
yep.
We're focusing on the indoor stuff now because it's cold. I mean,
that might be a good idea right about now. Huh?
and so there's a lot of great museums that go on. New Haven Symphony Orchestra, Hartford Symphony Orchestra have great programs going on. And the one thing I do want to focus on, because I kind of see this as the end, the light at the end of the tunnel, is the first Sunday or the Sunday before Groundhog Day. We don't need Puxatawny Phil. We've got Essex Ed.
Essex Ed.
Essex Ed is a 10-foot groundhog that they dress up in a different costume every year. They have a great parade, a noise parade, and this started because Connecticut really does hibernate. I see it in my traffic numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Businesses see it. So about 20, 25 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, the merchants in Essex got sick and tired of no business. So they marched up and down Main Street, beating on pots and pans, and people actually came out. So they said, hey, let's make a parade. Thus, a couple years later, they had Essex Ed. They start dressing up in silly costumes. We've had Elvis Ed. It's just a great event, and that's what Connecticut really is about.
Yeah. Well, and that's barely a month away. Groundhog Day in that time. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it might feel like 3 months, but one thing I'm curious about too. So some of the events you're talking about, like the symphony and museums, might have a price tag. Do you see a lot of free events or very low,
low price? Oh, absolutely. I love focusing on anything that's free. For instance, during the summer, I will run virtually every single summer concert series in the state. I had like 60 of them on there last year. People don't realize that a vast majority of the bowling centers in Connecticut throughout the summer, starting sometime in May, have free bowling for kids.
Really?
2 free games, and some of them throw in the shoes, but they also have a way for the family to sign up as well. The movie theaters Tuesdays and Wednesdays have free movies. I mean, they're older movies, but kids love the movies.
Yeah, sure.
Great rainy day activity. A lot of the historical societies, they'll do the Webb Silas Dean House. Webb Dean Stevens. I'll get this right. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to do that in my own head now that you're mentioning it.
Yeah, but what they do is, like on Memorial Day weekend, they have a Revolutionary War encampment. That's free. Throughout the state, there's Civil War encampments. So there's tons of free things going on in the state. And times are tough. They still are. So I will post every single free event that I possibly can.
And of course, some that are pay as you go too. So
Webb Dean Stevens.
Webb Dean Stevens.
Yes.
Got it in time before the commercial break, right? So now you mentioned a lot of different types of events. Can somebody go in and look up a specific event?
Absolutely. Because there's so many events, I can't do it the traditional calendar format where you pick on the day. But what you can do is when you get to the events calendar, and you can click on the Connecticut icon in the upper left-hand corner, brings you right there. You click on the search, on the advanced search, and you can choose, you scroll down, and you'll see categories. I've got 20 some odd categories. Live music, the theater, and all that. Click on that. You can also refine your search by going by town, and everything that's listed in that category will show up.
So different ways you can look things up.
Absolutely.
Edwin, one more time, of course, the URL. What are people looking at?
Ctalkaboutcom.
Out and about, A-N-D?
A-N-D.
And about.com. And of course, we'll have this segment on our website, WTNH.com, as well as, of course, a link to that website that will help you find great things to do. Thank you so much, Edwin. You're helping out a lot of people, not just me.
That's what I'm hoping to see you soon.
Great to see you again. Happy New Year, and we're going to head to break. Plenty more coming up.